Hiya, I'm Karen. So I'm just inspired at the moment by all the trees that are moving behind me, and I thought I'd play around with that in a little exercise and tree sequence. So just stand your ground for a moment, just lifting your toes up, lifting your heels up. So we're just sort of feeling that we're just getting that swaying sensation, just forwards and back. As I'm getting this swaying sensation, my knees are nice and soft. And I'm going to just close my eyes and check into how are you feeling with this just gentle sway forwards and back. Just checking in. Might seem an unusual way to check in, but hey ho, why not? And we can just place our hands on our heart space, into the chest, on the belly, and just connect into the heart of us. And then let's just slow down our swaying, standing, and just take a breath or two. And notice how that feels. Going to bring the hands down. Notice how that feels now. From swaying and checking in, just to simply stand still, stand your ground. How does that feel? How are you? How are you feeling? And let's take a few breaths that sends our breath down so our feet rooted into the earth. And the breath or the flow I'm going to bring the arms back, actually going to bring our arms up and breathe up with our leaves to the sky. And then I'm going to breathe outwards. I'm breathing out, down through the roots to the soles of my feet, and in, up, up, up to the branches and leaves. I'm bringing my arms up. For me, that goes with my breath in. And as I breathe out, it's like my leaves may be falling or my energy is dropping down through the trunk of my legs, out through the roots of my feet. That's just 2 more times. So I'm going to breathe, my awareness is travelling up, my arms are coming up. And I'm just wiggling my fingers around like leaves on a tree. And then the out breath, almost like the leaves are falling off, going down, rooting down into the earth. In breath, arms are coming up. This sort of rustling of the leaves of my fingers on the trees. And the out breath, maybe them blowing down. Energy travelling all the way down, awareness going down to the roots. And then just take a breath. So I'm just going to shift my way over onto one side. And over onto the other side, forward and back. I'm now just going to go side to side, like the wind is just gently blowing from side to side. And we're going to bring our arms up, push the palms up to the sky, and then just be nice and steady through the feet. And now just let the upper body be blown from side to side, dipping the arms to one side and up. And to the other side and up. In Sanskrit, Tiriyaka Tadasana, the swaying palm tree. How is this feeling? And you could breathe in a synchronized way with the movement, or you could just simply be enjoying the movement, just taking the chest side to side, like the swaying palm tree. Okay, next time you're up, we can bring the arms down. And then just relax them down by the sides. Now just place your weight more into one foot than the other. And then just draw the outer hip in and then just start to bring the leg up. I'm just going to hug the leg in towards the knee. I'm going to hold on to my knee and hug it in close. And just checking in with my balance, which isn't too good right now. Maybe because I'm thinking of these trees blowing behind me. Okay, and I'm hugging, I'm holding my leg. My standing leg is wobbling like those trees. But that's really good because my ankles and my hips are getting some extra mobility and strength here. And then bring that leg down. Plant your foot. Let's bring the other knee up. Hold on. And let's see how stable we are on the other side. And again, we might be blowing around a little bit like the trees outside. So I do quite like this sort of going off balance a little bit. It works in nature and it's working now. So don't feel like you have to hold yourself rock steady that you can't breathe or move. Just allow yourself to be blown around a little bit. And then let's bring that leg down. Ooh. I am on 3 mats, by the way, which is actually really good for throwing you off balance a little bit, so it's quite nice. So this time we're going to bring the leg up, and without using the hands, we're going to take the leg out to the side and bring it back to centre. Taking the knee out to the side and bring it back to centre. My arms are just away from my sides. Take the leg out and back. I'm really working my standing leg, even though I'm all over the place and I'm wobbling. Let's just do one more. Bring that leg down, walk the hips out. Let's do the same on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to first enter my foot, draw my outer hip in, bring my leg up without using my hands. I'm just going to keep my arms out to the side. And I'm trying to keep my knee facing forwards, so my hips are facing forwards. Just taking the knee out to the side and I'm just starting to throw myself off balance a little bit, swaying a bit like the trees outside. And I'm counting 5, so that was 4. Last one, way, that's really taken me off. Bring the knee in, bring the foot down. And then just walking out the hips. Oh, so you've been sitting all day. This is a really nice change from sitting. If you're standing on your feet, it's sort of throwing you around. It's really nice for the hips, like a hip massage. Okay, so now what we're going to do is bring the leg up, take it out to the side, and then just place the foot somewhere on your leg. Toes are facing out. So we're looking like a classic Vrksasana, classic tree pose. I'm going to slide the back of my hand along my inner thigh on my bent leg and then take my other arm up, and then I'm going to take it over my head a little bit. So it's almost like the wind is actually blowing me off to one side. The wind is blowing me arm, my top arm over to one side. I'm just going to have to stabilise in that standing hip and be quiet and breathe for a few more breaths, which might really help. And then bringing the arm down. Let's bring that leg down. So I'm wobbling, I'm all over the place, but I don't mind that. Trees are doing it, I'm doing it. Other side. So again, plant your foot, your roots. Bringing your leg up without using the hands. So I'm not pushing on my leg, I'm using everything around my muscles, around my knee to hold my leg in place. I'm sliding the back of my hand along the inner thigh of my bent leg. I'm taking the other arm up. You know where we're going with this. Okay, and I'm just leaning a little bit over to the side. Almost like the wind has just blown me off centre a little bit. And every time I say that, it happens, which is quite interesting. So let's breathe together. Let's wobble together. Let's just be here in our own space. For me, it's a windy day. You can see the trees outside. I'm going to bring that top arm down. Bring the leg down. Stand. And just let the hips just move out to side to side. So I'm just going to release the back. Maybe with a feeling I've got a weeping willow in my head. That's right, I've got a weeping willow. So let's turn to this side. I'm going to be my weeping willow. So I'm going to let my head hang. My arms are hanging. It's like a spinal roll down, but I'm just imagining that I'm just like the weeping willow. So my feet are drawing energy up from the earth. My bowels are free to move as I breathe. I'm swaying from side to side. If your weeping willow needs to have a trunk with bent legs, you can bend your knees and just dip deeper down. Especially if there's some tugging on the back of the legs. And I'm just gently swaying from side to side. Getting that real sense and feeling of the weeping willow tree. Okay, and then let's just slow that down for a moment and just dangle for a few breaths. And slowly, slowly, let's restack ourselves all the way up to standing. I'm just going to turn on to face you. So I'm going to go back into Triakshadasana, the swaying palm tree. Let's bring the arms up. Let's turn the palms to face up. And then just take the ribcage from side to side. Just noticing how this feels. And I've got the feeling that my feet have sent roots down. My trunk is flexible, strong but flexible, and it can go from side to side. Okay, so I'm going to turn this into revolved palm tree. So I'm going to reach up, bend my knees, and then just start to turn to one side and come back. And turn to the side and come back. I've got my knees bent. It's like I'm dipping down and up, almost like I'm just twisting, rotating the whole trunk of my tree. I'm just enjoying how this feels, just turning. And imagine that turning, travelling all the way down the spine. Like you do to those twisted tree trunks. Okay, let's just do this a few more times to each side. Okay, I can't remember what side I started. I'm just going to finish when it feels about right. It's not the end of the world if I've done one side more than the other. I'm sure nature doesn't think, okay, I started blowing this side, I'll blow the other side, so I'm just going to stop. You can stop if you know what side it is, and then just that sort of play the hands like leaves coming down, just sort of wiggling my fingers as they come all the way down to my side. And let's just stand and breathe together, closing the eyes if you wish. Sending your roots down into the earth through the soles of the feet. That feeling of strength and stability that tree trunks have. And yet that feeling of lightness that the branches and the leaves have. Or just simply standing here for a few more moments, and how does this feel? So thank you for joining me in this little break of standing and playing around like tree